The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we're talking about what you did after high school to set you up for what you're doing now, and if you feel free enough to say it, what you're making now, because Northwestern's now the #1 school in Illinois. University of Chicago was up there, but they took them out. I guess they used some of their hazing skills to get the Chicago
I feel like they
down.
paid a lot of money to be at the top of the list this year. They wanted some good press.
Knocked them down. And we were mentioning all the top 5 ones a little bit ago, if you missed it all.
My brother went to one of those, by the way.
So, yeah, I mentioned Illinois Institute of Technology, and your brother went there. You said he's a...
Well, he went to UTI, Universal Technical Institute.
Oh, my bad.
I told you it's UTI in there. But anyways, that's the mechanic school. So that's a trade school, like I mentioned. That school is fantastic. And then he was able to get certified. He took specialty classes, all that, paid it off, and was able to, in 2 years, like full-time great mechanic.
God, a good mechanic is hard to find. Let me tell you. Why don't you hook me up with your brother? Let me work on my
He
Nissan
doesn't even
Rogue.
answer my texts. It pisses me off. I get no family benefit at all.
You sit there and go like, hey, how's everything going? Cool, yeah, kid's good, everything, yeah. My car's making this like da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What do you think about that? Like, my brother's a doctor, and everybody in the family does that too. Man, my arm is just doing this weird thing, man. How about a little free consultation?
I used to call him and try to describe. I'd be like driving, and I'm like, light just came on my dash. He's like, and he's like, what does it look like? And I'm like, a horseshoe with an explanation point. I don't know what it means.
I gotta go. Bad signal. Prank caller hangs up on you. Let's see. Samantha's checking in. Ahoy. What's going on, Samantha?
Ahoy. Hi, how are you guys?
Excellent.
So I actually went to a very large high school that was really focused on college readiness. They just constantly pushed college.
What school was that? What high school?
I went to Crown Point.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So I had a graduating class of like 800, and it was all about college because that's how the schools are graded in Indiana, is basically like what percentage of your students get accepted to colleges. So I went to Purdue University. My family had been there. I thought I wanted to be a teacher at the time. So it was like you get your bachelor's degree in education to become a teacher. So very straightforward for me. I did not want to be a teacher after my first year. I ended up just going for general education, and I was like, I have no idea what to do with this degree. And all the jobs I were looking at basically wanted a master's degree. So I was like, I guess I'm getting my master's. So I went to work at a community college. I worked with high school students while I got my master's degree online. And now I actually work as an academic advisor at that same community college full time.
Oh, that's awesome. You want to say what community college it is?
Yeah, I'm over at Ivy Tech over here in Northwest Indiana. And it's really nice because we have so many different options as far as like short-term certificates and like automotive and welding. But we also have degrees that are like focused on like education or psychology. So like if students do want to transfer to those big 4-year schools, they can do that. And I love that flexibility because truly college is not for everyone. And I wish that there was more emphasis on career assessment maybe, and students understand what kind of career they want before they just choose a college and a random major that just sounds good.
No, totally. It's a lot of pressure to pick your like lifelong career at 18 coming out of high school. You don't know everything.
Oh, I was a mess.
I don't doubt that.
I mean, I'm still kind of a mess, but yeah. I didn't know what the hell.
That's not shocking, but it is a lot of pressure. And again, it's just... What upsets me about it is because, again, if you are a focused kid who knows you want to be a surgeon or this degree, and there's schools that specialize in that, that's the best place to get it, then that's a great decision. The issue is that you go to a school that's fun or your friends are going to because you're young and you don't know what to do.
I want to party.
And then you accumulate a lot of money and sometimes don't get anywhere with that because, you are changing degrees. You don't know what you want. And it's such a bummer because it really has become a business where they're hiking up the prices, and then schools get graded based on college, acceptance. So then they're pushing you to do it. It becomes a big business, and it's like
a cycle.
It's not in the best interest of students a lot of times, which is a really big bummer.
Yeah, I
hate that.
Shout out to Bowling Green State University. I'm a proud graduate. And it was a good experience. I did party my ass off, but I wouldn't be here without that university because I had no freaking clue. And I just figured, you know what? If it doesn't work out, I'll go to law school someday. Like, I wasn't going to law school. My grades, I wanted to go to Michigan, and I couldn't get in there. My grades were bad, and also it was really expensive, and I didn't have scholarship money or nothing like that. That was
It didn't sound like you were really striving for scholarship money.
Well, my jump shot brought a tear to people's eye, but it wasn't enough for the. I missed my window.
Because you missed the game-winning point?
No,
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And yeah, listen, we're having a great time this morning. It's all good with you guys and the crew members. There's no transition to talk about this more, but we just want to say we're thinking about the people and the families in Romeoville this morning. A family of 4 brutally killed in their Romeoville home over the weekend. All their dogs killed too. And, you first see a headline like this and you think it's a murder-suicide, and they said, no, it's not. It was killed by someone outside the household.
Right,
that people were
it was
killed.
the entire family.
It's unbelievably tragic and sad, and I know a lot of our listeners live in that area and also in that neighborhood. So we're thinking of everybody with, the families, obviously, and the people that, just all it's affected, and it's also terrifying.
Right.
Because that person's not caught.
And then if you're just there or even a surrounding suburb, that makes it scary because it seems so random. I feel like crimes without motive are even somehow scarier.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, well, it could be anything. You're just throwing a dart at a wall, essentially. There wasn't something that happened, and they don't understand what the motive is. They don't know what's going on here yet, so I know how scary that can be. And this is a good time to just be really precautious, keep your eyes open. And, we do silly things like leave our garage doors open or, I didn't lock that. Like, just be extra cautious because they don't know what's going on right now with that.
It's terrifying. It's very similar to in a situation that happened in Philadelphia with everybody on the news that night about the escaped convict that took 2 weeks to catch him. And my wife has family right in that area, and they were literally locking doors, calling the kids, saying, hey, and he walked through like backyards right near there. They saw him. So if anybody has any information about it, contact Romeoville Police, call 911, and just keep your eyes open to help out the situation. But also, just again, Brian and Kenzie, Case the producer, everybody here at Q101 sending good thoughts and prayers, and just, wow, what a tragedy. So,
and we'll stay updated on it.
Obviously, as soon as we hear something, we'll let you know the information. Hopefully this morning. Hopefully it all gets wrapped up quickly.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It's the time of the show when you decide what we talk about next. You decide the content by choosing, based on the headline alone, what story we go a little deeper into. And today, I got to say, we do this all the time. This is the toughest one ever because I want to talk about both these stories. They're so good. But you decide, and we'll never talk about the other story again. You got to look it up on your own. We'll put it up maybe at Q101.com or something like that. So, what do you want to hear more about? All you do is text in the headline you want to hear more about at 312-591-8300. For example, headline number 1. Man sues hospital for $642 million after witnessing his wife's C-section.
What?
That's headline number 1.
What, they messed it up or something?
If you want to hear more about it, text in headline number 1.
Well, that's annoying.
You can text in on the own text line if you want.
I'm going to text me.
Hey, Kenzie, let's talk about this one. Signed, Kenzie. All right, that's headline number 1. Headline number 2. Cops use stun gun on school band leader for allegedly refusing to stop the band performing. That's headline number 2. That one doesn't interest much, I guess. Maybe that interests other people.
You know what? I feel like you painted the picture.
That's the whole story.
I'm like, well, that wasn't a good choice.
I got tased. He said that the band doesn't stop performing. Listen, maybe you want to hear more about that one, but text in headline number 1 or headline number 2, and then after Lincoln Park, just 2.5 minutes away, we will go deeper into the story you choose. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, the time of the show where you decide what we talk about. And which story do you want to hear more about based on the headline alone? So, man, this got a lot of text because it is confusing.
It's a lot more mixed than I thought it would be. Because I overwhelmingly want to hear
headline
one of them over. Yeah. But it's more blended than I thought it would be.
Yeah, so headline number 1 was, man sues hospital for $642 million after witnessing his wife's C-section.
I have so many questions.
And headline number 2 was, cops use stun gun on school band leader for alleged refusal to stop the band from performing. I really do want to talk about that one more, but as we add it all up, in case I had a hard time figuring this out because it was so close, headline number one did win just by one text. It was Kenzie's text for texting into herself saying, I want to hear it.
I told Brian I'm going to leave if we don't talk about it.
So here we go. Headline number one wins. Dad sues hospital for $642 million after witnessing his wife's C-section. Quote, it gave me a psychotic illness. Now, here's what happened. His wife went in there to deliver the baby, and he watched his wife deliver baby via C-section, which, by the way, a lot of people choose to do that. Sometimes it's an emergency, and sometimes you just do it because there's actually some arguments saying it's even safer to do it that way. But we're not going to get sidetracked on that. That's what happened. This happened in 2018, okay? He sued several years later now at this point, declaring the experience led him to a breakdown of his marriage, quote. And I will tell you, I have a 10-month-old daughter, and I was told by men that were in the delivery room, don't look. You know what I'm saying?
What is wrong with, like, my dad delivered me.
He did?
But he's not a doctor. It wasn't like, yeah.
For some reason,
so excited.
I just picture like that's Case delivering you for some reason. Like, I don't know, like just a random dude just delivered you.
Well, it was my dad.
I understand.
Some random guy.
Yeah.
Kenzie, can I deliver your next baby?
Well, her current baby, the one that's coming.
Well, yeah, but it's not out yet.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't going to invite either of you to the room.
Oh.
I was going to invite my husband
Yeah.
to the room. Were you going to be there?
I don't know why I'm hurt by that, but I am.
I've already packed the lunch.
But you guys were planning on being in the delivery room?
I thought so.
we're family.
You could come visit me at the hospital, but I wasn't planning on you being part of the delivery.
Wait, are you giving birth in Elgin?
Yes.
Oh, that's so far away.
Oh,
My God. Can you imagine the traffic?
Sorry for your inconvenience.
Wait, there's that good, what's the pub around there?
How come everything's about you guys? This is such a man thing to do right now.
What, to be hungry and want a good lunch? What's the place?
Elgin Public House.
Oh my God,
I mean, it's delicious.
I can't wait to roll up there after
Okay.
the baby.
You know what would happen is that I would give birth and you guys would go get lunch and not bring me anything, and we'd get in a fight.
I think, how far is the public house from the hospital? So after the
Like
birth?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay, so we can swing back around again. Case, you can run that off, can't you? Okay, the plan's set. If we're all good with the plan on Kenzie's pregnancy. Okay, the delivery. Good. We're going to be in the room, right? That's what I heard.
No, no one's listening.
All right, so this guy sued the hospital saying he has a psychotic illness now after witnessing the C-section. Lawsuit for $642 million. Not sure how he came up with that number. It's a pretty good number. It hasn't been decided yet, of course, but he says he was encouraged to observe the delivery. In the course of doing so, saw his wife's internal organs and blood, and that's what caused this illness or psychotic thing he can't get out of his head in there. Listen, I'm sure a lot of guys have gone to the emergency room. There's the toughest guys in the world that have passed out in that situation. I held my wife's leg, so I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I was in there, and I just thought I was going to watch, and they said, okay, Brian, come over here and grab a leg. And I go, what do you mean? You're helping. I go, oh, okay. So one nurse did one leg, and I did the other leg.
I was short-staffed that day.
It was pandemic delivery.
Hey, you got to grab a leg, bro.
Hey, you want to jump in here? You want to tag in? And I did that. It was terrifying. I didn't know training. We didn't do Lamaze classes. Nothing.
Again, I don't want to be this person.
Oh boy.
But it is so annoying to listen to men complain about the effort they're putting in while women are giving birth.
I gotta say,
this guy is suing. He didn't even have a C-section.
Oh, thank God! I thought you were talking about
no
me.
surgery. Well, no, you too.
Okay, I'm next. All
You're
right.
like, I didn't realize what I was gonna have to do. You held a leg.
Yeah, but Megan, like, if you're a woman going to the hospital, you kind of know what you're going to have to do. It's the man that's the wild card.
Right.
Yeah, because women go in and know everything's gonna go smooth and there's nothing to be concerned about.
Famously.
Oh yeah. There's never been an issue with birth.
Not that I've heard.
Yeah, everyone knows exactly how long it's gonna take and exactly what'll happen and all the issues. Nothing to worry about.
Do you know Megan got a catheter when she had her epidural put in there? And that was, oh my God, to watch her in that kind of pain.
And when you have to hold her hand and you're pissed about it.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
I just want to step in here and say that the delivery room for Kenzie's baby is full. We've sold out.
Oh my God. The amount of men who have texted asking if they can now be in the. What is going on?
Somebody said
People
that.
are like, if I win clash with Kenzie, can I be in the delivery room?
So Yeah, it's sold out as far as this point. They are trying to build some extra grandstands and make it a little like the NASCAR race. We'll put it out there so we get more people in the delivery room.
This is not like a streaming event. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, how much would you make? How much would you charge to stream it?
I don't want to stream it.
What if is there a number though? Everything's got a price. Everything's got a number.
$1 billion.
Okay, let's get realistic. $1 million?
What do you mean? Is that realistic? Who's paying me $1 million to stream it?
But if somebody offered you $1 million to stream your birth, would you do it? $1 million?
I don't know.
That's a lot. There's that weird number there.
I don't think that's enough. I think I would need more.
What if they just
taxes?
Okay, so $600,000 you're gonna get?
Yeah, it's like that's BS.
I'm trying to think of like
it wouldn't need to be double digit. Like I feel like millions almost. I don't know. That's so personal.
I know, but there's a number for everything.
I don't know what's gonna happen in there. You don't know what you're signing up to be like live streamed.
But Kenzie, can we at least bring our engineer Burger to your delivery room to mic it?
I can't even get Burger in here to change the heat. He's not going Elgin.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Speaking of money and how much people have a price on their worth, Katy Perry sold her music catalog. I'll give you the number in a second. I'll actually play some Gnarls Barkley here first. But it brings up the question in your head of, you wouldn't believe what these artists have sold their songs for. They always say, hold on to what these people did. But then they sell it. There's a number for everything, like Kenzie's streaming of her birth and, Katy Perry fireworks.
Same price. What Katy Perry sold her catalog for on streaming.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
I've never laughed. I'm crying.
Okay.
These texts are ridiculous.
So first off, I want to tell you, we will tell you the number that Katy Perry sold her catalog for, her music catalog. And we're getting that discussion about how bands sell their music and their songs today for these ridiculous numbers. But first, the text line kept going about Kenzie's pregnancy. And we're talking about maybe, who can get in the delivery room is how the conversation came. And she's not letting me or Case, the producer, get in the delivery room.
Which I'm shocked by.
It's upsetting.
Well, you guys are so worried about profiting off of this. Hey, what was it? Tony texted in and said, is this a Q101 pop-up event? And then Dave texted in and asked, is the golden ticket winner get guaranteed entry?
We said everything we do for a year from Riot Fest to Riot Fest. That's something we're doing. Your pregnancy, your birth.
Oh, my God. We are not doing that.
Also, was it Chi-Town Chris that recommended that if it's... Well, no, a girl texted in about Lutheran Hospital. We're not saying what hospital you're doing it at, okay?
I'm not going to say that, but they said if it is at this Lutheran Hospital, they could do a watch party at Portillo's across the street.
I am down. We change hospitals, do it over there, and I will host it. Me and Case will host the event at Portillo's, and then we'll announce when the baby's born and the name all at Portillo's. We'll do that. And now that's an official station event, so me and Case get a little talent fee out of it.
Yeah.
You are not the ones that get the talent fee if it's my birthing event.
Well, we're not on site. You won't let us on site, so you don't get a talent fee. We're at Portillo's. Where the event will hold.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
If there's a pop-up watch party for the birth,
right?
You and Case get a talent fee, and I don't get paid at all.
Well, we're showing up to the event. We're hosting the event.
I'm also showing up. I'm doing a lot of stuff.
You're getting paid in the gift of life when you think about it. What's more rich than that?
Right.
So you guys each get a $500 talent fee.
Okay, here's what we'll do. Just to start off, there's an Illinois.
I feel like a money pig.
There's an Illinois college fund. I forgot what they're called. They're a number. We started one for Harper, and we'll break off 100 of our talent fees and put that in the college fund to get started.
See, that's fair.
Yeah.
I get 100.
No,
each.
No, the baby gets, it's already in the college fund. You can't touch it.
The baby also isn't doing the work. I don't understand.
708 texted and said they want to know if they bring gifts if they can come to the delivery room.
Somebody offered to bring me Casey's breakfast pizza to the delivery room because I said how much I like that.
Listen, there's a lot of good offers to get in here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Billy Corgan's allowed to be there.
Yeah,
He'll be there.
Isn't that unbelievable? Billy Corgan's going to be in the delivery room because he's Kenzie's friend now.
Is that where he's doing the Siamese Dream 30th anniversary shows in Kenzie's delivery room? He's bringing the full band?
We haven't announced it yet, but it's going to be a big thing.
Is Pierce the Veil showing up too? Because they started following.
The birth is at the Cubby Bear.
We're moving it to the Cubby Bear to get everybody in there that can. And we will have guaranteed entry passes for Kenzie's birth.
If you beat Kenzie in Clash with Kenzie, you get guaranteed entry into the delivery room. And one lucky winner will name the baby.
A gold ticket winner. This is off the rails.
I think it was a great brainstorming session, to be honest. I think we got a lot of plans now set up for 5 months now. Delivery's in February, by the way, so we got it all set
Clear
now.
calendars.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll talk about money for songs after Radiohead.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.